All right, guys, let's design this episode section in this video. So as usual, I'm going to grab my frame, but I want to reduce this one first. So let me just draw another frame now. I'm going to make the width to 1440, and I'm going to give it this color, the white color. So I'm going to make it close to this one like this so that it can be all white. All right. So let me increase the height a little bit. And I'm going to draw a frame. I'm going to draw a rectangle. You can see this is a rectangle. We cannot use frame to achieve this particular style here. So we have to use pen tool to do that. So click on the P on your keyboard. As you can see, I've selected pen tool. And I'm going to start from here, like this, to this. Okay. And to this. Like this point. It's okay. If it's not good, we can adjust it a little bit later. So I'm going to remove the stroke and I'm going to add the fill to it. So I'm going to make it this color and I'm going to drag it up like this. Make sure it's in that frame that we just draw. You can see it's not here. So let me just drag it to it. This is the frame that we just draw. So I'm going to rename it to, let me call it episode now because it's episode section. All right. So what I want to do now, I want to increase this frame to like this and bring this one like this. Okay. So let's bring back our circle. Okay. It's okay. Then let's draw this shape here. I'm going to click on the pen tool once more. Then I will do some drawing. This point, click once, this point, click on this point, no, this point, and then this point like this. Okay, so I'm going to remove the fill. I'm going to remove the stroke and give it the fill, and then we can select this color. You can see now I'm fast because I already saw you this thing before. So episode. And I want it to go below this frame like this. Okay. I want to bring it down a little bit. Okay, I think it's okay. Close to what we have there. And I want to make it more center. So all of this now, all the ellipse, or the circle, this shape, and then this big shape, I'm going to click all of them and I'm going to group them. Control Alt and G. I frame them and I call them background. So those are the background. Now we have the foreground stuff now. And this background now, because we are going to be drawing card, I don't want us to tamper with it because you can mistakenly go and move it. So I'm just going to lock it like this. Now you can't mistakenly go and do anything with it again. So let's start with this heading. Maybe for once, let me just write this heading here. Latest podcast. Podcast episodes. The heading is set to 56 bold plus Jakarta sounds. And this description here, I'm going to put it here. Let's see what we have here. Stay updated with the latest episode of Naim Shekar Postcard. Explore engaging topics with industry experts, thought leaders, and entrepreneurs sharing their insights. All right. So don't forget that we are working with 16 particle spacing right there. And let's make it align to the left like this. And we can group them and call it heading and description or something like this. And let's work with this card. Just have to draw one card and then we duplicate it. So I'm going to grab our grid by pressing Shift and G. So let me align this one to the grid like this. Okay. Press F on your keyboard and then draw this shape. Now make this shape align with your grid like this. I'm going to give it this color 0F0E13. 0F0E13. All right. We can see, as I explained in our Saturday lecture, that you will need some colors to work with. So if you have some set of colors, you can just be choosing them here. Okay. So I'm going to add stroke to it too. And that stroke will be white. Let's make it white for now. And let's make the corner radius. Let's set it to 8. I think that's too little. Let's make it to be 20. That's okay for now. All right. So let's see what we have here. We have this picture and then we have this text. So I already copied the picture. But hoping that if you have a longer picture like this, you have to copy it to be like this. I'm going to carry the picture inside this frame. You can see. So some of you are going to be doing this with rectangle. Always be using frame. If you are using frame, it's easy for you to clip something inside it instead of, using another frame to be wrapping around the rectangle. So this is okay. And this frame, make this woman inside it. And then the content is clipped already. So let's see what we have here. First female to ride across Nigeria. I'm going to copy this text, put it here. The description, put it here like this. Let's see what we have. So here I'm going to have, let's have 16 here. We don't have enough space here, so we need to manage the space that we have. 16 is okay, and then we're going to have 8 down here. The spacing to the left is 24. Okay, so let's make it a little bit longer because we still need to add that learn more button in there. So I'm going to click on text and I'm going to type learn more like this. I'm going to grab on my network is not connected, so let me just go and copy this. So if you go to Iconify, if you go to this place, press Iconify. If you want to search, you can search for right arrow. Okay, you will see some arrows and you can import this one from there. Okay, so let me just make this one. And I'm going to copy it to this place. And I'm going to press Shift and A to make it to be inside of auto layout. You can see it's set horizontal. And the space between them, I'm going to make it to be 8, like this, the gap. Okay. But this one is not looking center, even though it's center here. Let's look at what caused that. Okay, let's just set it to the bottom. Bottom is too much. Yeah, it is because of the angle of that shape. It's not looking center. So we can just adjust that with our own eyes, or we can just group this inside of a frame. So press Ctrl, select this icon and press Ctrl, Alt, and G. to frame them like this. And then you can increase this one a little bit like this. Okay, no, like this. And then select the icon inside it. Align it vertical like this. Maybe a little bit more. The frame a little bit more. Something like this. Vertical. In fact, I'm going to let the frame fill the container like this. Maybe it's aligned. I can make it to be like this. This is aligned more visually than what we had there. Okay. So the next thing is, let's see the spacing that we have here. Oh, we have here, we have 21. Let's make it 24 now. Or we can make it 16. Yeah, let's make it 16. And let's see the space that we have. We have 40 here. What do you have here? You have 40. Here you have 41, Abby. So let's make it 40. Just go to the height of this card and select the main, all of the card. Let me put the name into card. I call it category card. And I'm going to make it -1, like this. If you check now, it's going to be 40, exactly 40. And let's make this one to align left. Alt and A, align left. Okay, so I want to call your attention to this way of designing. So this header, this heading, you give it a light color, like white, total white, like this, pure white. And then this color here, you give it a little bit of dark color. So this one is set to white, but if you can see the opacity is set to 80%. So this one is set to 100%, but this one is set to 80%. But to be honest, I don't like to work with opacity most of the time, so you can just select the actual color. So let me click on high now to choose the actual color. You can see the color is here is CFCFD-O. CFCFD-O. Okay, this is a little bit to gray side. All right, so that's cool. And then you can have the button to set to total white. You can even do something more interesting here if you want. You can just select this frame and we can give it maybe some border. Let's give it some border like this. No, not this one, the entire city. Let me call it city A now. City A. And then I'm going to give it stroke. Let's make it white. The stroke, let's make it to be 0.5. And I'm going to give it, let's give it probably 16. Top and bottom padding. I mean right and left padding. And then let's give it 10. Top and bottom like this. Yeah, this is cool. We can give it some corner radius. Let's give it 8. Like this. Okay. Yeah. So now, let's see what we have here. Now we have 19. And remember, we need to make it 40. So that's, how many do we have to add now to make it 40? So that's 19 minus 40. So select the category card and go to the height. We have height here. So we are going to add 21 to make it 40 now. All right. So now we have 40 there. Okay. So we can now duplicate this card. I'm going to select this one. Because we're working with 12 pixel grid, it's going to now fit perfectly. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4 in 3 places. Yeah. This is nice. So this button, listen to the latest episode. I'm just going to copy this text. Here like this. So this text here, let me bring it up. And I'm going to press Shift and A to give it auto layout. So give it a fill. Let it be white. So the padding left and right should be 30. Then top and bottom should be 15, like this. Okay. Yeah. Do we have any other radius? Of course we have. So let's give it 8, like this. Okay. That's very easy to design. So we are done. Is there any other thing again that we need to add? Nothing. So that's very easy to design. So up next, we are going to do a little bit of this. I didn't want to design this one with you before, but I just want to, because of form is essentially a part of your UX. This is where you can get user feedback. This is where user can contact you or the company that you are designing for. So we need to practice how to design a contact form. That is why in the next video, I'll be taking my time to design it. So you can finish the remaining one by yourself. All right. And then, of course, I'm going to go through all of it again. Or you can do it, but then I'm going to be very fast with them. So I will see you in the next video where we are going to be designing the contact form of this website. See you there.